Hi everyone, welcome to all. So in this particular video, we are going to see about exploding gradient problem. So it is also one of the classic problem happens when we have a large number of layers in the neural architecture, and also it actually occurs for the weights like if we didn't initialize weights properly. This exploding gradient problem also occurs. So it occurs when we calculate the gradient, as I have discussed in the vanishing gradient problem. So it occurs here actually in the gradient side. When we calculate the gradient while doing the backward propagation, this exploding gradient problem actually occurs. Okay, okay. Let's see how it occurs and how it occurs. Okay, so this is the neural architecture that I've taken. So it basically I've taken very simple architecture. So it has some uh, four neurons. Like this is the input neuron. So inside actually I've taken two hidden neuron and one output neuron. So this is nothing but the output, and we're passing to calculate the loss. Then we're passing to the optimizers while the backward propagation happens. So we'll try to understand this. Actually, this is the input, as I have mentioned. This is the input here. So this is the input, and that particular input actually uh, do the multiplicative summation with weight, and that particular weight added with some bias and pass to this particular hidden layer. So in this particular hidden layer, we have some activation function. Supposedly, we have taken sigmoid activation function. So this is hidden layer. This is also a hidden layer, and this is the output layer. So in the all layers, I have taken um, sigmoid activation function. So here actually we are not using any activation function, and because this is a simple input layer, so it is only responsible to collect the input and pass to the next hidden layer. While passing, actually it passes through weight, where actually it multiplied with the input. The weight is multiplied with the input, and with addition of some bias pass to this particular hidden layer, where actually it has some activation function. Then but that particular activation function gives you some output, right? Supposedly, in this particular activation function, we have used sigmoid. Supposedly we have used sigmoid activation function here. So whatever input coming to this particular layer, so as you know, the sigmoid activation function output or transforms the input value from ranges 0 to 1. So whatever input coming from this layer, actually after passing through this particular hidden layer, all the output ranges is 0 to 1. So whatever output coming from this particular hidden layer, supposedly O11, this particular output actually again multiplied with this particular W21 weight and with some addition of some bias. That particular output, so this is nothing but the O11. So that particular output is uh, passing through this hidden layer. So whatever, again the uh, same steps is repeated for this hidden layer. Then it passes through this particular output layer, where actually we calculate loss and pass it to the optimizer. Okay, supposedly actually we are calculating gradient here in this particular hidden layer. So let's see. So this is the classic weight optimization formula. New weight will be old weight minus some learning rate into the gradient. Okay, so while calculating, I have already shown you in the vanishing gradient problem. While calculate, supposedly we are changing this particular weight. Supposedly we are changing this particular weight. So while doing the backward propagation, it will go through all the outputs, right? All the dependent outputs to this particular weight. So how it is gonna do? It will do the derivative. Derivative is nothing but change of something with respect to change of something, right? So okay, so this is the output that we're getting at the end of output layer. So we're taking, so we have to check, we have to take change rule, right? So derivative of this particular output, like actually this particular output, it is impacted by this output, and this particular output, this particular output is impacted by this particular output. So in this particular output is impacted by this particular weight, because we are this is just an input layer, we are getting just simple input. So this particular output is dependent on this particular weight. So if you take the derivative, for the backward propagation, so for chain rule, so derivative of this output with respect to this output, and derivative of this output with respect to this output, and derivative of this output with respect to that particular weight. So we have taken simple chain rule of backward propagation. Okay, supposedly we try to calculate this particular derivative. So we can, I have just taken one example, like take the in between value. Let's see what is the value of this. Let's find out. Okay. So why I have written here exploding gradient happens because of weights. Let's see. Okay. So here supposedly the input coming as Z. Z actually I have written the input. Actually Z is nothing but the input coming to this particular uh, neuron, right? So what is the input coming to this particular neuron? As you can see, this is nothing but the O1 output coming from this hidden layer. This output actually going to multiply with this weight, which is nothing but W21. So this weight will be multiplied with this output, and with addition of some bias. So this is nothing but this input. So this input is nothing but go is passing to this particular hidden layer. So if you are going to take O21, so O21 is nothing but what? O21 is nothing but the output coming from the this particular hidden layer. So inside the hidden layer we have what? We have sigmoid activation function. So whatever output coming from this hidden layer is nothing but coming from the sigmoid function. So this output we can see, we can write the sigmoid activation function, right? As this output is coming from the sigmoid activation function, so this output we can, it can be written as sigmoid of z. Z is what? Z is nothing but the input coming to this particular hidden layer that we have already calculated what is z. So we can write this particular derivative, we can write as simple chain rule. In place of O21, we have not changed it here. Okay, let's see. We have just multiple dz. Dz is nothing but derivative of z in denominator, in numerator, so that if you cancelize these two, we'll get this one. So there won't be any change. So z, why we have taken, actually it dependent. So any output will be dependent on the input. So z is nothing but the input. So we have taken, try to apply the chain rule here with respect to z. Okay. For this output, actually, as we know, this output is coming from the sigmoid function. So we can write this sigmoid of z in place of O21, and with respect to z, and this z with respect to O1. Okay. So this is nothing but, so this is nothing but the derivative of sigmoid function. So whatever derivative of sigmoid function with respect to, we can write. So this is nothing but 0 to 0.25 any value. And z is what? Z we have already calculated here. Z is nothing but the input, that is W21 weight multiple with the previous layer output with some bias, right? So if you take the derivative of this z value, so O11 will be, here it will be constant. So as you know the simple derivative, we can see This will cancelize because this bias will, as this bias is constant, so it will be zero. And this particular value with respect to O11, this is nothing but O11. So this is nothing but O11. So whatever the weight here, multiple weight here will be left out if you take the simple derivative. So at the end of this particular derivative, at the end of particular this derivative, we can get some 0.25 value in addition, in multiplication of some weight. So if we have initialized weight as some big number 500, so it can be a very very large number. So only this particular derivative, if this only this particular derivative comes as some such big large number. So if you try, if we have some large number of layers, so it may be very 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 high, as you can see. So if we have gradient is very very high, so when you try to do the convergence, so it try to fluctuates a lot, right? So the convergence will take a lot of time and there won't be any proper convergence. So this is all about exploding gradient problem. So I hope you guys all understand this. If you do not understand, try to comment me out and I'll try to solve your queries. Thanks you guys.